Hello, hello. It's Chanique here, helping you grow your cleaning business as a solo transitioning into a professional cleaning company, or for those who starting out brand spanking new. And for those who want to find more commercial contracts and are struggling and are relying on the paid ads, they are relying on third party companies. Maybe you're a franchise and you're sick of the franchise fees that is taking out every time you are taking leads from your franchise owner, and really frustrated when you are vendoring for someone and you're only getting paid $19 an hour, limiting your profit margin. So this is how you find your own commercial contracts without using third parties, using ads. Okay, first off, I'm going to tell you very clear, this is not a quick scheme. It's not a quick fix. You do need to place in a consistent work in order for you to get this, but the reward is hefty. We all know commercial clients are a larger amount of profit than your residential. And if you are doing the work, you are making your client happy, they will consistently have you for years. And those are huge contracts, and you want that for a long period of time. So there are three ways that I could categorize the most important ways to find those commercial contracts. That is magnetic. That is you attracting them to you, which is obviously the most ideal. You're doing less work. People are finding you and they're loving you. They're getting you. You're getting walkthroughs without having to do much work consistently. And there is fishing. This is when you are finding them. There's place for both. You do go out, you reach out, you find, you seek. And this is, you want to do this effectively, or you just could be wasting your time. And then there's relational and retention. So your current clients, whether it is residential or commercial, how are you being able to build new business with them? And how do you pertain and sustain a successful professional presence so that they are willing to share your business? So first, let's talk about magnetic. Magnetic is where you're going to get your SEO. Once your SEOs in, that's where you want to be on My Business Google. And I'm not going to just say build your SEO, or I'm not going to say be on My Business Google, because there's a lot of people who have websites. There's a lot of businesses that have My Business Google that are not getting contracts. So how do you do it strategically? You need to be using SEOs that are specific and effective in your area, right? You're not going to be simply just putting a professional office cleaning and someone who is 100 kilometers away finds your business. That doesn't do you justice, especially if you do not have business 100 kilometers away. So your SEO needs to be strategic to your area, using your city, using street names that are in the area. So office cleaning business in Texas, office cleaning business in Toronto, Canada, Ontario cleaning professional cleaning services, janitorial services, using the name of your city, of your area. Very, very important. You don't want to just be using the most searched keywords out there, because it does you no justice is if they are being searched outside. So SEO is search engine optimization. So is your website searched, optimized, search engine optimized? So if your client or potential client is on Google and they search office cleaning services, will your website pop up? Will your Instagram pop up? Will your Facebook pop up? So when you are online, you want to be very strategic with the words and keywords you're using. Your captions shouldn't just be here at my client's house, I'm so happy. This should be here at my downtown Dallas commercial office in the hardcore. You want to be able to be using words that if someone were to search, you are more likely to be seen. This is also very strategic when it comes to using your actual cleaning business name, especially returning your reviews on Google My Businesses. People do not know this. When you are replying to reviews, you should always be replying to reviews to be shown as present, to be shown as professional, to be thankful. But when you reply back to your reviews, use keywords in your responses. So if someone said, I love this company, these guys are great, you're going to want to reply back, thank you for using our for me, I would say thank you for using our Toronto-based office cleaning services. We really appreciate that you chose to stick with cleaning services. And I'll use my full business name because, again, when someone searches Toronto offices, when someone searches cleaning services or cleaning services, that's what's going to drive and pop up. Google is going to see that you're very active on your My Business account. They want to make sure that they're suggesting businesses that are active, that are professional. And if you're dead on your Google, if you're dead on your website, if you're dead with your SEOs, Google can't help you. You're not helping them help you. So your search engine optimization should be very strong in order for you to be found. Another way to be using SEOs on your website, guys, please get someone to audit your websites, because what I've been seeing, if you join my free mentorship group, Facebook group, as of right now, it is free. It will soon be a paid membership. So in the link down below, and I'm only saying this because I'm also in the YouTube. I'm in both YouTube and both Facebook right now. It's going to be in the description box below for you to join, or you could just go ahead and find it on my channel. But if you feel free to share your website so I can audit it. I actually gave a suggestion to one of the members. If you are not tech savvy, then I would say scrap your website all in all, because this is something that, especially with commercial businesses, they're going to check out your website. They're going to see how clean, professional, how inviting, how you stand out on your website in order for them to even call you. That is something that they genuinely do. So if you cannot clean up your website, don't bother with a website and just stick to like a Facebook or via email. But another way that I boost up my SEO for clients to reach out to me, and the reason why I can effectively say this was a benefit, because the moment I started putting blogs on my my website, I was getting twice as much office cleaning jobs calling me for a walkthrough. Okay, so making sure that there's some sort of blog so you can boost up the SEO that much more, using blogs that your potential client would be interested in or be searching. Okay, so one blog post that I have known for a fact that is drawing in clients is that, how much does office cleaning services charge? Obviously, in my town, I would have said, how much does Toronto office cleaning services charge? And if you want to boost that up even more, you make a separate a blog. So I service Toronto and I service a Vaughan and I could service Woodbridge. These are towns around me that are less than 100 kilometers. So I would make a blog for each one, right? And I'll do Toronto offices, Vaughan, how much is Vaughan offices, how much is Woodbridge office services. So that's how you're going to stack up your SEO, because most likely than not, someone who does not know how much a office service is going to Google that. And if your business pops up, you have a very beefed up blog, you go ahead, maybe show your prices, then they are more inclined to call you. Hence why I've got more calls. So that is the magnetic way to increase your commercial client contracts, right? You making a blog once, you will continuously get that views on your website, and you will be positioned as the authority, as the expert when you're putting out that information. Bigger companies are going to trust you more because they see you and perceive you as someone who knows what they're talking about. If you do not have the platform as a blog, that could be your Facebook. Your Facebook should still not just be before and afters, but educating your audience, making sure you're positioned as the expert. Even if it's a before and after post, is your description beefed up with SEO? Position you as the expert. Why should they come to you to get the best before and after shower, the best before and after staff room? What do you do different than any other company? Okay, you want to persuade them in your words. You want to persuade them on your platform. That's the magnetic way. The fishing way is the traditional, and not a lot of people like it, but you want to go fishing, you want to go find these people, and that is your cold calling and your cold emailing. The reason why a lot of people it doesn't work because they're not doing it right. They're very salesy and very aggressive right off the bat, where you want to be more introducing yourself and showing yourself as the company that will serve them and why your company is better than, right? I did make a previous live on how I do my cold calling and my cold emailing. Right? I initially first reach out to my ideal clients. I am not going to be wasting my time. I have softwares that I pay to set up these systems, and I'm not going to place leads that are most likely or not that can afford me and that is just not my clientele. I personally like to go for small offices, but small offices that make money, smaller medical offices, but medical offices that make money. I'm not going to reach out to a business that's been open for less than 3 years and has like 2 reviews. Okay. I want a business that is beefed up, that I know that can pay their accounts, that knows, understands and appreciates quality cleaning services and understands what they want. I don't want to be teaching and educating a company. I want a company that already knows what exactly they need from me that I can provide for them. So, how do I know that? From experience. I know experience by the people that I do not want to work with, things I do not want to do, and accounts that do pay and do not pay. So that's something that I learned from experience, but it could be also preference. Do you want to work with grocery stores? Do you want to work with factory stores? Do you want to work with more apartment buildings, units, and things of that nature? What does that look like to you? Then you create a list of people. Easiest way is to Google them. And the way I do my qualification is I check if they have been in business for a while. Google does show you usually how long they've been in business. I check their reviews. Do they have good quality reviews? It means that they have good business. People are coming to them. They have money. So I reach out to them. And I reach and I find out companies that are active on the platform. And I reach out to companies that do specifically say who their admins are, who may be their financial director, who may be their CEO, who may be their owner. So that makes it easier to find the email to reach out them to specifically. If not, I just go through the admin. I still do my introductory email. But this is, people say it's a numbers game. I do. I think that if you send out at least 100 emails a week, at least 2 to 3 people will respond back. When it comes to office and the commercial, that's at least $1,000 to $3,000, depending on the type of service that you're offering. 100 emails out, 100 calls out, and that gives you 1,000 to 3,000. You double that, you triple that. That's like a 5K month if you are sending out, calling out 500 people in a month. Okay, so that works. It does take time, and you want to learn and trust the process. If you're getting rejections, everyone gets rejections. You want to take in consideration, why are you getting rejection? What are they saying? Oh, I already have cleaners. The building already provides cleaners. We do our own cleaning. You want to use this information to then bring it to your SEO platform. So what I use is the rejections that I get on my cold calls, on my emails. I make blog posts on them. So again, when they are searching on Google and they ask, how do I find the good cleaners? My objection usually is we already have our own cleaners or we do it ourselves. I make a blog post on why having a professional cleaning service is better than cleaning yourself. So they read that and they are being warned, they're being conditioned to understand why you should have a cleaner. This is also why you should have a follow-up, because if they go ahead and get this information, they're warmed up, they have an idea of why professional cleaning should be something that they place in their business. And then you follow up and let them know, hey, how's cleaning for your business right now? We're coming on to spring cleaning. Do you guys need any office cleaning? You do want to step out your comfort zone. I believe that a lot of cleaning businesses, I will say a lot of cleaning owners, because we are the business, a lot of cleaning owners are afraid to do these things. Hence why there's other companies that will overtake you, because one, they may be able to pay outsourcing, and two, they just do what you got to do. So those are the two categories: magnetic, using your SEO, beefing up your SEO, beefing up your online presence so people are finding you, coming to you, and you are closing that deal when you book those walkthroughs. And then it's fishing, going out, your cold calling, your cold emails, making sure you are presenting yourself in a way that you are introducing yourself. You are introducing yourself as a best pick and why. Again, there is a separate video on my cold calling and email process. always make sure to follow up and get the decision maker's contact. The third way is your intention and relationship building. So when you are going into any place, any building, whether you're going to residential, whether you're going to another commercial, people around you are your best friends. Whenever I go to a site, majority of the time there's someone there who's asking me, do I do cleaning for offices, residential? So I believe the way you present yourself, your team is going to attract more business. So my team has professional uniforms. My team must smile. My team must have a conversation. They must engage with the people around them because that's where business comes from. Majority of the time, if you're working with a commercial business, you have a good relationship with them, they're going to speak of you. If they're not speaking of you, that's when you need to step up as a business owner and take charge and ask them, do you have any other sites or do you know anyone else that will need cleaning services? If they're in a big building complex, do you know the business next to you? Do you think I can get their name or number in order for them to also help? Especially if you're doing post construction, then you want to be asking that contractor, who's around here that hasn't had their cleaning yet? Have you heard any rumors? Like maybe they're just really fed up with their cleaners and they chat with each other. You want to be asking them questions. Retention is the best thing. If that person has already paid and trusted you, they're going to be more likely to trust and talk about you. But if you are there just cleaning and thinking that if I do the best job, they're going to talk about you, majority of the not no. Most time people don't even remember what breakfast they ate. So you need to be put yourself in a position to speak and guide and ask, share your business cards, your marketing materials, and ask, do you know anyone else that will potentially need a cleaning business, right? And again, if your cleaning service is not up to par, don't expect anyone to talk about your services. So make sure you're hiring correctly. Make sure you're going over and cleaning properly. If they do not like your work you do, then they're not going to talk about you whether you ask them or not. So if you could intuitively tell that they're happy, by all means, ask them for more business. You should always be asking quality control. How is the cleaning services? Do you like it? Making sure they do walkthroughs. If they're happy, then make sure that you're asking for more business. And again, present yourself properly, because if you're going into a commercial business, there are people in the elevator with you. Smile, guys. Smile. Make eye contact. Say good morning to the security guards. Everybody can lead you to somebody. Okay, so those are the three things to get your commercial contracts. Okay, and I would say these are the three things to lead you to a walkthrough, because the walkthrough is actually the selling part. You need to be up there. If you want a video on how to effectively do a walkthrough and a follow-up, let me know in the comments below. Magnetic, your SEO, your online presence, authority, making sure you're using keywords to be searched and found. My Google, your website, blogs, Facebook, making sure that your descriptions are not a waste of space, using the right words to be found. The phishing, cold calling, emailing effectively, find and introduce yourself professionally and with a unique selling point. Majority of the time, business, they want to sell. So if you say you can beat your competitors by a certain amount, that's more likely to get their attention than anything else. And then the retention and relationships. Whenever you go to anyone's home, building, make sure you're presented professionally. You're smile, you're engaging, you're asking, you're being aware of your surroundings. If you're in a complex, how many other buildings are in here? How many businesses? If you're in post-construction, especially if the whole unit is being under construction, ask that contractor, do you know the buddies next door? Do you know X, Y, and Z? If you see a worker beside you, hey, bud, how's it going? Do you guys have cleaners? You got to be hitting that pavement and getting your business out there. Nobody else is going to do it but you. Okay? If you haven't need any help, remember at my free mentorship Facebook group, you can join for free. Those who are already in the group, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. I do as much as I can with asking or sorry, answering the question live. This actually was a question from someone in the group who asked, how do I find commercial building clients without using third party? And that is simply it. And I believe that majority of you know exactly what this looks like. It's just doing it and needing the support. And that's why I have a mentorship group. So through your business journey, there's someone like me and the community to help you. So be sure to join that group. It will not be free, especially when my full acceleration program hits. It will not be free because it's not fair to the people who paid for that course for y'all to be getting for free. So join right now. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.